Oh, yoms, GLS. Today's video is Portland, Oregon's expansions. Now, I wanted to start this off with a little bit of a diagram that I drew from reference of actual borderlines. I'm a terrible drawer, so it's probably not that good, especially the city of Portland itself. That's awful. I also wanted to point out Vancouver, Washington, and Portland, but also Vancouver and Seattle. Whatever. It's just kind of weird. But yeah, Portland, Oregon's teams are the Trailblazers in the NBA, which are for sale, by the way. Possibly could be moving for the first time. I don't know what the kind of process of that sale is right now. Maybe it was already bought out by the time this video goes out, but yeah, Portland NBA could be moving. We'll see. Now, they've had an MLS team too called the Timbers, the Portland Timbers from 1975. That's also cool. Um, Not really much to say about the MLS. Obviously, the MLS is expanding very fast, like the WNBA. But it's left to be said what what will be done with the MLS. Probably emerge with the USL with a regulation type of deal, but that's neither here nor there. That's not up to me either. So, yeah. And then the three major leagues that Portland doesn't have: MLB, NHL, NFL, and PDX right here. That's been in talks for a while. I mean, they're just trying to gather funding right now for the expansion fee for the MLB. Portland Diamond Project is honestly really cool, and I think they're almost done with their stadium right now. It's a nice stadium. I've been absolutely obsessing over it. I mean, I had a video about this as my return to YouTube a couple months ago, but my recording completely corrupted and I did not end up uploading it because of how bad it was. Yeah. But yeah, I talked in lengths about both of those. The Trailblazer sale when it was first announced. I don't even remember when that was. And Portland Diamond Project, possibly as a new thing for Portland. Now, this is a little bit more in depth. Obviously, I have three more things. So, the NHL with the Winterhawks of the WHL. Portland does have an arena for them. And of course, they could share an arena with the Trailblazers, but it's harder to schedule for the most part. Obviously, teams that have arenas that have three or more teams in them tend to have schedule struggles a little bit, like Detroit's will in 2029, Philly will in 2030, both with a NHL, NBA, and WNBA teams. Oakland kind of did, although it was just baseball and football. And then there's the numerous players who played both: Bo Jackson, Primetime Sanders. Even Michael Jordan kind of had to choose one or the other, but that's players, and teams often have less of a struggle, but it's still a struggle. So yeah, my proposal for the Portland NHL team would be to name them the Winterhawks. I know the city with two teams with the same name at the same time in the same sport is unheard of, but let me put it to you this way: the New York Giants and the New York Yankees. It was the football and baseball Yankees and the football and baseball Giants at the same time. There's a couple others as well. I believe Detroit had a couple. I could be completely wrong here, but I feel like there was a semi-professional baseball team called the Cougars at the same time the hockey team was called the Cougars. I don't know of any kind of two teams with the same name in the same sport in the same city exist, but it could be the first, and it might not be the best idea, but it could be kind of cool to see how that would play out. Two New York Yankees wouldn't be very good. Two, honestly, that's just not a good idea. Never mind. But yeah, the Winterhawks, maybe the Winterhawks would be the inspiration for the name. I'm not sure. I'm running a blank. Whatever. And then the NFL. There's been no super professional football team for Portland, I would say. The Rockets and the Pacific Coast Professional Football League was one, and then there was a couple others. The USFL first iteration was had a Portland team. I'm forgetting the name right now, but yeah, I don't think that would be the best name. The Portland Rockets would be not a great name for their football team. I saw this one on Reddit, the Wildwoods. I think it's pretty good. Maybe it's a bit close to other names. I've heard a lot of people talk about Sacramento Redwoods as a potential NBA team, just changing the name of the Kings. Possibly even Whipsnakes would be too close, the lacrosse team, but I digress. There's also the NLL, and I forgot to write down the PLL, the Premier Lacrosse League, but they did have an NLL team, the Lumberjacks, from 06 to 09. They didn't do very good, but they were a team. So Portland had 3 professional teams at the same time. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Portland, I believe, would benefit from more teams, which is why this video is being made. Otherwise, I don't think the city's too content with just 2 teams, even though there's only 1 professional team. I feel like a lot of sports fans, especially in this area, are kind of too far either from Sacramento or Seattle, and they do kind of want some more kind of spread out viewpoints on all of this. I'm not entirely sure how to word that. You know, like if you're an NFL fan, you don't want to have to choose the 49ers or the Seahawks, or maybe if you're not from Portland, your home team, maybe you wanted to choose Portland, but they don't have one. You know, the options could be there. The options should be made available. And I'm all for expanding teams, or maybe even creating competitive leagues outside of the major leagues. Like possibly if the Frontier League wasn't connected with the MLB, that would be a cool, different, independent league. Although it is, so that's not a good example. Yeah, this is just a little bit of me just rambling on for a little bit about Portland. So yeah, thank you. Bye-bye.